Hello, hello, hello. This is Gina Gatson live on Dope Living TV. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come one, come all. First and foremost, the views that are expressed on Dope Living Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Yes, now that we've gotten that out of the way, many of you have been with us for 150 plus episodes. Yes, yes. Some of you have come on, talked about what you're doing, talked about your businesses. Some of you have been loyal followers, giving tips in the audience, giving information, links. Well, tonight we want you to get to know us. Yes, the panel on Dope Living. Dope Living TV. We want you to get to know us, who we are, and what we are doing. And you know what? We talk about our businesses all the time. We talk about the things that we're doing, and all you hear are our success stories. But guess what? There's more to it. When you're on the outside looking in, it looks easy. It looks like, we just started writing books and sold thousands of copies, opened up a restaurant and immediately started making lots of money. But when you're on the inside looking out, boy, it's a different story. Man, those ups, those downs, those in betweens. But tonight we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the things that we went through as we made it up the ladder and became successful. And you know what? Some of it is success. Some of it you're going to hear some success stories, but some not so much. Today, you are going to hear the real. Did you hear me? The real, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I'm an author, and I'm going to share with you my first experience as an author. And you know what? I never would have thought that I would have been as nervous as I was. But my first experience when my book was first published back in 2018, I would say maybe a month. I don't even think it was 2 months, maybe a month after my book was published, I got a call from someone who asked me to be a part of their book fair. Now, this was new. I never knew anything about a book fair. I never knew what to do. But I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna try. And I just said, let me get out here and I knew that this was the way to get my book out there, but it was a new experience. Like, I was a brand new author. I didn't know anything about writing a book. I didn't know anything about publishing a book. So my first impression was, okay, here's my first chance. So I get ready for this book fair, so I thought. And I yeah, wasn't at all like I thought. I was so nervous. It was, oh my gosh, I was running all around the house. I was, you know, falling down. I'm running behind. I'm trying to figure out if I have everything. How do I know if I have everything? I've never done this before. So how do I know that I have everything? But I'm going to get out here and try. So I get there and look around. There's other authors there. They have all of these different things with their books, and they have them set up all pretty and all of this stuff to draw you in. And guess what I have? Nothing. Not a thing. So I'm like, okay. So here I am at a book fair, and I don't even have books. I ordered my books maybe a week before the book fair. Wrong thing to do, but I didn't know. And the post office lost my books. So I don't have books. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting there and I'm watching everyone else and I'm watching them, set up everything and the way they looked and the way their tables looked and how they were getting people, drawing people into their table. Sadly to say, two people showed up for the book fair, a total of two people. But guess what? That taught me a lesson. What it taught me was don't get my hopes up. That was definitely for sure. That was definitely a learned lesson. And it also taught me to prepare better because I wasn't prepared. Now, who goes to a book fair with no books? Without any books. The other lesson I learned how to set up my props. I learned how to prepare myself for my books and how to present it to the audience to draw people in. So that in my opinion, that experience was just to teach me for what was coming in the future because after that book fair, I never had a book fair like that. So that was my non-success story. And when we get the rest of our Dope Living family on, they'll share the same thing with you. We're gonna have Sam to come on, Samantha. You guys know Marcella, Maurice, Chris, and of course Greg, Uji. We're all gonna share our stories with you with hopes that it will inspire you, because sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need that inspiration to keep going. And sometimes you need to know that people who are successful in what they're doing, they had some failures too. Let's introduce Samantha.
Hey, hey Gina. Hey everybody. Hey Suzette. Say
And
hi,
let's welcome
Suzette. Hey Maurice.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Welcome
Good
aboard,
to see you guys.
Maurice. Yes. So you guys, we're gonna put it all out there for the audience.
Man, I heard you talking about that man, Gina. That made my mind go so far back when I first started I used to do a business of custom bra and girdle fittings, a luxury service because I would actually go to the person's home and I would fit them and measure them and I loved it. And you made me think about this one time I went to I was a vendor at a fair. I was new. I was just started doing it. Was getting trained, still getting all the no's. No, no, no. It costs too much. No,
Ooh, we all know that. We all know
no,
that
no.
word.
I don't spend that much money on garments. I'm not doing it. I go to Walmart and I spend $5. so and it's okay, and I was
Hey,
that's okay, So, but I went to this event and I met this lady who had been in business for so long, and I was at an event where I wasn't able to do fittings. That was before my portable fitting rooms, and after I got into the business and really was doing it differently and was had what I needed to be successful. And I went to this event and I don't even think I had my mannequin at the time.
mm,
No, no, yes, I did. I had my mannequin and I had my wares on my mannequin, but all I could do was pass out business cards because I couldn't do fittings where I was. And she walked over to me and I'll never forget it. She said, "You always have something has a small amount." She said, "Get you a scarf and wrap around your mannequin's neck and sell your scarves or sell your
yeah,
earrings or something like that." And that helped
accessories.
me. Yes, have some
Mm.
accessories. And they helped me because I couldn't sell my wares that day because I couldn't actually do the fittings. So I was just taking names and getting contact information or scheduling appointments. And I took that. I took that to heart and I put that thing in my pocket and I
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
We all had someone to teach us,
Yes,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
coach us. Because when
Yeah.
you start off, you don't know.
Right.
You don't. And Suzette, I know that it's a lot that you're doing.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. But I guess I want to talk about the Simply Suzette show. I it was like in the 90s when I trying to figure out what it was that I really, really wanted to do. And I thought about it. I said maybe I should do what I enjoy doing as a job. And and a few people know that I love to talk. Just a few, not a lot. A few
I
people.
think we know.
And so I thought about it. I said, well, what can I do if I love to talk? So my sister was the one that actually gave me the idea about a cable show. And I said, well, okay. And I had to really formulate in my mind what that was like. So I went to see the Oprah Winfrey show because I figured if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it that way. I went to see an Oprah Winfrey show and I got a whole lot of tips and a whole lot of pointers on what that was like because if I couldn't do what she was doing, I wasn't going to do it. So
Ooh.
I went to a Judge Mathis show. I went to a Sally no Jenny Jones show,
I,
and I
Mm.
went to and lastly, when I turned 50, I went to New York City to see a Wendy Williams show, and that really made me know that that's really what
Wendy
I want to.
William,
I
Wow.
did,
Well,
and I
William
before
did.
we
Wendy.
continue, you guys, let's welcome Life Jeff Coach.
Hey,
Hey,
Dr.
Hey,
Coach.
hey,
Jeff.
Dr. Jeff.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, I'm impressed going to, but you know what? What I can't say about what you just said, Suzette, you put yourself out there with those successful people so that you could learn.
Yeah, and I did. I learned so much. I did not. I came back with like with an idea of I knew I saw a lot of back in the 90s and early 2000s. I saw a lot of cable shows that looked like cable shows. And I didn't want it to look like they looked dark and they had
Yeah,
old furniture
Mhm.
and it
that
Mhm.
just and it
lighting
looked
was
set.
bad.
The lighting was bad and I just didn't want to do that. So Gary had I found out that Gary had a cable
Yep.
network class where you can produce
GCC.
yeah. Hmm.
Mhm.
And
I
so I
remember
went
that.
to that with Jamal Rashid, the
Mhm.
best engineer in the world. In the world. So I had decided that I wanted to do it. Hey, I had decided that I wanted to do it, and when I did it, like I said, I didn't want to look like everybody. So I went to Home Goods for the very first time with a friend. Hi, I went for with a friend, and I told her, I said, well, they got some cute furniture in here. I
Happy
said,
belated call. Sorry.
oh, okay. So they the long story short, I took a credit card with $900, $800 or $900, and I bought the entire set, everything I would need from one store. And
Wow.
I that's how I started my show. It was gorgeous too. And Dorothy Smith told me, she said, please keep doing this. She said, this is so nice. So I got a chance to talk with some nice people. I got a chance to talk with Congressman Visklowski was my very, very first one. The
I
next one
know
I
him.
had, yeah, the next one I had was my pastor, Dr. W. Maurice White Jr. No, not New Beginnings. What's my church name? Lord.
Without walls?
Beyond Four Walls Christian Center. Thank you. And then the next person I talked to,
Woo!
wow,
God forgive her.
please do because I'm nervous doing this, talking about this stuff. I'm nervous. I don't get nervous about nothing.
No nerves, no
But Beyond
nerves.
Four Walls Christian Center, that's my church, Dr. W. Murray Swite Jr. And I got a chance to talk with the mayor, with Mayor Karen Freeman Wilson, and I got a chance to talk to a really delightful lady that had written a play. Her name is Jackie Peaton, and hers is, I think, out of all of them, between my pastor, well, they all were good. They all were good shows, but it was the thing I struggled with then was trying to get people to help me to do the things that we had to do at that time. We were all working together, and then the cable store place had a studio with a stage and everything. So they had water to come down into the basement where it was, and it just washed out everything. It was mold and
Wow.
everything.
Oh
So
wow.
Mm,
we never did get a
mm.
chance to finish all. And it was so many productions, so many good ones that we were doing down there. So there was like no place else to do them. So now I'm not going to struggle, but it's challenging for me to try to find other ways to do things. And because of technology, it's happening for me. I'm researching a lot of stuff, and I'm going to really put it together. When I put it together, it's going to be wonderful. And I've
We
given
know it
myself,
is.
yeah,
We know it
Yes.
is.
when
Everything
I,
you
Yes.
do, it turns into gold. Hey, you guys, let's all wish Carl a happy belated birthday.
Happy
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 belated
birthday.
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Happy
birthday,
belated
Carl.
birthday,
Carl.
sir.
Happy
Yes, we're
birthday to ya.
Was he legal in 21? Is he 21?
21 illegal.
Trying to
Uh,
be legal around
it's
here.
his 30th of his 30.
All right now.
well, it's 16 in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I say, I'm in September. It's gonna be my 30th anniversary of my 30th birthday.
There we go. The new 21. The new 20. 30 is the new 20.
Yeah, right.
Can you
There you
see
go.
my head go tilt when he said that? 30th birthday? Okay.
You know what? We have a lot of stories we could tell, and I want to make sure that we can get enough in there where we can motivate people and
Mhm.
give them some inspiration, because we know as business owners, there are times when we get discouraged. There are times when we feel like we want to throw in the towel, but there are things that help to keep us pushing. And I want to talk about that. What kept you pushing when you hit those bumps in the road? Because I know I had plenty. And
Yeah.
Maurice, you talk about some of the ones that you've had.
Woo. I'm gonna tell you, I've had a few. I mean, even with being in the same business for as long as I've been in there, I've had a few. I mean, I can remember some of those shows where we go to show everything, and I get everything in, and it wasn't because of our equipment, it wasn't because of operations, it was because of the color of my skin sometimes,
Mm.
and I knew it. We had salesmen actually not selling anything because I've already sold it for them. They basically walked up and took the sale,
Mm,
which until I got really, I had to be like 200% better than everybody else, and I knew it. By that time, I had manufacturers coming to me to solve problems. So I mean, it's one in particular that made me a VAR overnight. So and then when I go to conventions and stuff, they say, "Where's Mo at?" They wouldn't ask for the president.
mm.
That was me.
Mm.
But
And those are
er,
adversities I think we all have faced, and we all
all of
continue
us
to
on this panel,
face.
yeah,
We
everybody
all
on this
continue
panel.
to face.
Sure, and it's going to happen. It's just going to happen. I just figured that in my encouragement was that was going to happen, and that the manufacturers knew who I was. You know, that the encouragement was say, man, just keep punching. You know,
Did you ever think about putting white paint on your face?
never.
But let me tell you something that someone told me that was very interesting. I have a friend who black has a black owned restaurant, and my friend hires white people to put in the front, to take the money, to do all the to be the face of the business in order to have business, and it works for her.
Well, I mean, that's cool, but then again, how you gonna find your footing? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna build up your goof, your stuff to do your thing? You got to be able to do that. I can remember doing seminars and people forgetting, and remembering, hey, this dude is the best in Tennessee, you know, and people, forgetting, what was right here, dead in front of their face because I was good at what I done, and
Yeah.
that's the kind of adversity that I had to go through is because at the beginning they just went, oh, this is another, brother thinking that he know everything and all that stuff. No, you just have to prove it. You had to be 200% better. I remember
Yes.
my daddy used to tell me, if they don't want you, it's they loss. That's my dad used to tell me every.
Yes.
If they don't want you, it's they loss. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Jeff, what about you? You've been doing the life coaching. There's a lot of things you're doing behind the scenes. I think that a lot of people don't even know about that you're working on. And I know there's some adversity that you face. So you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, it's the most adversity that I face with life coaching is the fact that a lot of people really don't believe in it, so to speak, and they really don't look at it as something that really can help with mental health. They really don't believe it's something that just quite frankly people just don't need. They say, well, I can go ahead and work out my issues, my problems on my own, and they
No.
really don't understand the value in it. So I do get a lot of people who say, what is it that you do? How do you do it? And then by the time I explain it, they say, oh, okay, I get it. You know,
And they don't really.
and then they don't really exactly
Mm-mm.
because a lot of
Mhm.
times, life coaching is one of those things where you have to show people through your words and the actions that you care about them, that
Right.
you care about their needs and their wants. Like I come on the show all the time and I always say, it's not about me. I can care less about myself. It's about me helping the other person. So that's one of the biggest things. I'm always trying to get the word out every time I'm out and about in Gary, Maryville, anywhere, and
Mhm.
talk about life coaching because for Northwest Indiana, it's something so new and fresh that my goal is literally when people say life coaching, I need to be the face of that.
And
Nobody's. Oh, go
that's a
ahead.
good point. That's a good point you brought up because
Mhm.
a lot of people will feel like I don't need that. I'll work it out. We as a race, we don't believe in reaching out to get help. We don't
Exactly.
believe in going to life coaches or psychiatrists or anything to get help. We always feel like we can work it out ourselves. So I know
Hmm.
that you probably get a lot of that, but I think as you keep putting the word out there, people will understand that a life coach is needed in anything you do. Even when with writing, I needed to have someone who pushed me and
Yeah.
someone who motivated me on the regular. And
Yeah.
that's basically what you do.
Yeah. I motivate, I push, I help you. Everything that's in here that you can't get together, I sit in front of you, I ask the right questions, and I make sure that I guide you down the right path with your own thoughts so you can go down and get the results that you want in life.
Everybody, let's welcome our own Greg
Great.
Gray.
Hey,
What's up,
Greg.
Greg?
Good to see
Loving
What's
them
you.
happening?
colors. You know those my colors, right?
All day, every day. I already know. What's going on, everybody?
What's happening, Captain?
It's all good.
We're having an interesting conversation here. And you know what? I want everybody to talk about what you do and what you're working on and get your links out there. Talk about where people can follow you, like you, all the good stuff, because that's where you build on your business. So um definitely want to talk about things that we're doing. And I just want to talk about my books for a minute because I know Greg talks about it more than I talk about my books. He always say you never mention Alpha's Adventure. And I don't because, you know, they, they're out there. People are buying them. People are ordering the books. But I do want to share the books with you guys because I don't think you guys have ever seen the books. There's 5 books to the series. This is the first one, Alpha's Adventure at School. This was the first book that came out, 2018. Followed that was Alpha's Adventure at Yummy Zoo. That was the second book that came out. Then we came out with Alpha's Adventure at Lunch. Next, we had Alpha's Adventure at Happy Lake and Alpha's Adventure at Fun Time Speedway. So, following that, we always talk about authors don't just write books, we do a whole lot of stuff. Next came the Alpha's Adventure coloring books. And Suzette, you asked about those yesterday.
I did.
Yes, those are the coloring books.
Wow.
And then we have the Alpha's Adventure characters. So this is Foxy the Letter Bandit.
No.
Okay.
He is so cute.
And then here's Alpha.
Those are cute.
And these are hand crocheted by my daughter.
What?
She
Those are
does
nice. I
these
could
for
tell
Wow.
that
me.
those were handmade. Those
Yes,
are
and
really
this is
nice.
That's nice.
Destiny. This is the biggest seller right here. This little black doll right here. Everywhere I go,
Are you
I
getting
sell out of these.
how much are those?
These here are 12 and the smaller ones are 7.
Okay.
But anyone who's interested in ordering the books or the coloring books or the characters, you can go to www.alphasadventurebooks.com, and all the information is there.
If you would not mind,
Awesome.
ask a question of the author, Gina Gatson.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, who is Alpha?
Alpha's the main character, and
No,
Alpha,
where'd you come up with the name? I'm sorry.
my dog, my real dog, name is Alpha. So
Okay.
the books were generated around him. And if you remember my story, initially it was supposed to be a little girl with a cape, but it
Right.
evolved into Alpha the dog. And kids love animals.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So, that's one of the reasons I said, you know what, I'll do Alphas. And it was at the time it was so much going around with my dog Alpha. So it
Uh,
was just only right to use him as my character.
isn't that is a yeah.
That's nice.
That is wonderful. I like that. Thank you. I have to
You're
look
welcome.
and buy the characters now.
So I want you guys to talk about what you're doing. Let the audience know, and anyone in the audience, if you want to come on, talk about what you're doing, put your information out there, bring your links, bring your Facebook pages, whatever you would like to share with everyone. Promote your business. That's what we're all about on here. We want to promote your business. We want you to be seen. So we're happy to have you on. Send us your links. We'll share those as well.
Hmm.
So, Suzette, tell us. I know simply Suzette. We all are sitting on edge waiting on that. Tell us what this is gonna be when it rolls out.
Well, Simply Suzette is, my thing is, I don't want to have not one other person to feel inferior or feel like anybody can do anything better than them. I want to be able to do a DIY show, like a news magazine, on anything that you want to learn how to do. Yeah. And for something you want how to do. For example, I would do a fashion show. During the fashion show, which is something I also, I'm a model. So with the fashion show, I can tell ladies, if you have if you have body part issues, I can tell you the best kind of dress, or I can tell you what's up for the season. I can give you good price points on stuff. It's easy to do. If and I like to cook. We're gonna talk about recipes and how to do things on a budget. Everything is gonna be done on a dime at Simply Susan. We'll have special guests. We're gonna do an entrepreneur series. A lot of women, want like to know how to get into business. We're gonna be doing. I would like to have my own exercise segment, and of course, on every show, there's going to be at the end world according to Susan. That's just what I'm feeling about at that particular. It have nothing to do with nobody else, but just my thoughts. So I'm eager to really get it started. I've got a couple of small sponsors. They're not money sponsors, but Ashley Stewart has agreed to dress me. M&M on Ridge Road is like my favorite beauty supply, and yeah, and they have agreed to give me a hairdo and everything. And Ashley Firearms is gonna, that's the fiance, so he's gonna support me as well. So I'm excited. And also the person, I'll say this again, I think I've said it before. I had my mind to do a whole other kind of thing until I met this guy named Greg. And Greg that you should just be a conversationalist. You can just talk to people. That's like an interview. And I'm like, you are right. It's absolutely right. So kudos to the man in the red cap today.
Where did you get the name Simply Suzette? I love that because it just seems like it's simple. Like
Right.
it's very simple. It's not
And it fits.
complicated at all.
You are exactly right.
It fits.
It's not complicated. Nothing is complicated. It's simple. And it's simple my way. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to tell you. And for all things that I don't know about, that's when we'll have those special guests on to help you go through it. If people are trying to get their kids to read, I know I can call Gina Gatson. If people are having problems making their clothes look smooth, nice and smooth, I know I can call Sam. If I know people are having issues at home and everything, I know I can call Dr. What's I call him, Dr. Jeff. And if I know that people would like to make their business go to the next level electronically, I know that I can call. Who was that? He left. Maurice.
What?
Maurice.
I'm still here.
And yeah, okay. And if somebody needs help on breaking down stuff, just networking, I know I can call Greg. So, and there's been a lot of people here that I've been blessed to have been able to know in a short amount of
Networking.
which I believe that that's God's divine way of giving me those steps to get to when I get to the place where I'm supposed to be. It won't be an issue or a problem because I've already made those steps and made those steps known. So, yes, it is going to be fun, and it's going to be, and I'm bringing back. I'm also bringing back glam. I think that everything that people do now is too comfortable. You know, you go to a concert, people don't dress up no more. People
Mm-mm.
get dressed up to go to church no more. It's like nobody feels good enough to me. That's what it feels like. Nobody, cares to dress up anymore. So I want to bring
No.
all of that back, and we're going to do that with Simply Suzette merch, and we'll talk about that later. So, and it's things that make a woman feel pretty. Rings, hair. We're gonna have wigs. We're gonna have hair. We're gonna have
Uh-oh.
Okay.
clothes.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna have.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
plenty
girl.
of hair and wigs.
Uh-huh.
Everything is clean, honey. I like it clean. So, and I love bling. So that'll be the hallmark or whatever my show, because I just think that if you shine inside, you shine on the outside, or if you shine on the outside, you shine on the
Hey,
inside.
Suzette,
Whichever one works
Suzette,
for you. Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's
Suzette,
Yeah, right.
Suzette. Hey, hey,
my aim also is once you get to my show, you're gonna feel happier once you leave.
hey, excuse
So
me. Somebody clicking is getting on my damn nerves.
Yeah, he unmuted me twice. I'm like, man, I'm here and I can hear it.
I muted myself too.
let me mute and see if it's me.
You can never mute, Suzette.
You doggone right. That's what I do. Now
I
let me
think,
turn my mic off.
Actually, I think it is you without a
yeah,
click.
she had a little. Hold on, it may not be her. Is she muted?
You
No.
muted?
Yes, I was muted.
Mute again.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, she had a little
Yep.
feedback as she was speaking.
Yeah.
Well, I am sorry for that. I'm
Where's
sorry.
that coming from?
No, that's not me.
Yeah, it's you.
Is
It's
it
okay.
me?
It's okay though. We'll work it out. We'll
Yeah,
work it
maybe it's where your phone is placed.
Well, my phone is put in between my fingers, holding it.
Maybe just mute yourself when you're not talking. How about that?
Yeah, it may be the speaker may be rubbing against your up against your hand.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm muted. Now, watch this.
It
out. Boy,
stopped.
silence
Yeah,
is golden.
It stopped.
I thought it was me for the
Make it
longest
simple,
time, y'all.
Suzette. Make
All right.
it simple.
Hey,
Do you have any
I
wireless
don't know
head?
about it. I'm going to find somebody that does, and that's all of you guys. All of you guys know.
Do you have a wireless headset?
No, I do not. This Apple 12 don't let you have. You have to
Oh,
have
that
those
is
earbuddy
you
things.
got Apple 12?
I'm sorry.
You got a 12?
Yes.
You better take that one back then. I don't know what's up with that.
Right.
You see, that's not me.
I mean, I got a 12 too, and I can shake it. Oh, of course, I got a MacBook. So, but it's cool.
An
But
iPhone,
that's
iPhone
it's
12 Pro Max.
that what you left out about your story, Suzette, is that everything that you do and everything that actually what we try to do on DopelivenTV is we want to connect with our audience in a different way. We want to connect to them we're not talking at them, we're talking to them, a conversation. We want to make sure that we make them feel as comfortable as possible when we talk to them, and that's what Simply Suzette is going to bring. There's a lot of shows where the hosts they come at you. They just, Wendy Williams is one of them. She comes at you, okay?
Definitely.
And the Simply Suzette show is going to be a show where Suzette is going to it's a female version of what life coach Jeff does. She's going to get to the bottom of stuff, and she's going to make you feel good about yourself at the end of the day.
And life coach Jeff can be Dr. Phil sitting in
And
the
you,
audience.
can you imagine the two of them on the set together?
Right. That's what I'm
Can you
saying.
It's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I
off
would
the
love
chain.
Yeah. I'm looking
I
at the
know one
production
thing.
already. I mean, I'm there already. I'm thinking, man, this could be so.
Yes.
So
And
big.
the set is so pretty. That's what I love. The set was so pretty. We've got white leather chairs. We've got silver.
Change all that.
What?
All that.
Yeah,
She
it is.
wanted to be dainty.
Yeah, it's got
That
I got
matches her.
a big
That
We're gonna have to
matches
boss
chair.
it up a little bit. You got to be the lady boss.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got a silver goblets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's beautiful.
What you doing witches brews and stuff with goblets and stuff? What's going on?
Oh yeah, that's for the water in case the guests want
Goblets
to
back
drink
in
water.
England. We're going to medieval court.
Mm.
But just go if you go to if you go to YouTube and you do Simply Suzette,
Hmm.
you can see the 3 shows that I attempted to. Life got in the way,
Mhm.
and there was a lot going on. My mom has been sick, and a few other things happened, but I'm back, and I plan on
Yes.
my show every day. I plan it every day when I'm on my lunch hour.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Awesome.
It's going to be that's easier to get going once you have it already planned. So,
Mhm.
congratulations to you, of course. And
Thank you very much.
Gene, I gotta say this, man. Been doing this Dope Living TV live for about 150 shows, 150 something shows. Okay,
150 plus.
plus. But you know what? From day one, my little sister Gina has been there. She's
Oh.
we was even when it was look, Chris and Gina, then Maurice popped in and Uji popped in, and we was on the Facebook, and it was like, okay, y'all hold on right there, don't go nowhere. I'm gonna put Gina on, and I'll be right back, Chris. Okay, Gina get on, we talk for a minute, and then I say, Chris, hold on, Gina,
Yeah.
hold on. It was so monotonous. Okay, but the thing, and I gotta say this while she's here, because a lot of people don't get their props, their flowers while they're here. Okay, everybody waits till they get sick and say this and that. Okay, but I love you, Gina. You have been with me from day
Oh,
one.
thank
Okay,
you.
and I appreciate you so much. Okay, and you are a main reason why I continue to do this show. Okay, because we got so much stuff going
Wow.
on. I want you to have a platform to keep promoting and pushing and doing all that stuff. I love you so much.
I
Oh,
love
Let me,
you
I
too.
cried earlier, and I cried my
Oh.
eyelashes off. I'm
let
gonna
me
go
go
eyelash
down the
from.
line. Let me go down
Oh
the line.
Lord.
No, do
Now,
not let those eyelashes come off.
Girl, I know
Do
I know I
not.
look like a plucked chicken. I
do
can't
not
help it.
do
I was
not
crying earlier about some stuff I was reading.
What
do
you
not
say?
have
You
Yeah,
like
I
a
got my
what?
eyelashes on.
do not have the
No
caterpillars.
shame in
Okay.
my game. A lot of people out there ain't
They're
got no
gonna be
You
doing
see,
lashes.
you
this.
see that?
But see,
You
the
see
thing
that?
Hey,
about it is,
Suzette, you
I
see
know I
that?
got lashes in the drawer.
See,
by the
see,
time
See
I'm
how you do
done,
that? How you do that, Suzette?
by the
That's
time
what you
I'm done,
do when you Simply Suzette
That's
show
right.
here.
It's simple. I can just go in there and put my eyelash on.
by the time I'm done, it's gonna be waterworks up in this joint. Maurice, you next, brother. So
Well,
I've been knowing Maurice. Nah, you ain't no well nothing. Look, I've been knowing Maurice for quite some time. Okay, and we've actually worked a regular job together. Okay,
yeah.
and from high school, the regular job. We lost connection, but then we connected again because we were in the same profession, basically, entertainment. Maurice has always kept it 100 with me. He's always had some great suggestions. He's always provided me with a lot of insight on things that I did not know, and he's always been a brother. Hey man, I love you, bro. For real, I love you. You
Hey,
you have been there, dude, and I appreciate you, man.
hold up for a minute.
But don't give me nothing. I
Say
don't
what?
want. I don't want none of it. I
I'm
don't want
gonna
none of
cry.
I don't have no eyelashes. I am too.
I love you back, man. I say
You
it to
didn't.
your
I would
face.
have brought Kleenex.
Hold up, I'm not done.
Okay.
It's Suzette's turn now. Suzette, I've known you for quite some time. All right. Um, you've always been that girl. You've always been out. You've always been vocal. Okay. You might say that you wasn't doing this and that in high school. Okay, but people knew who you were. Okay. And as I saw you, as I left and did my thing, I saw you. I saw what you were doing. All right. And one of the things, and I don't. You could ask my son. I told my son. I said, you know what, man, I really want to work with her because she's got a voice that people need to hear and a personality that people need to feel.
Hmm.
Okay. And Suzette, look, I mean, I gotta close yours out with I love you. I think you're a fantastic person. We clown you a lot on this show because you talk too damn much, but hey, that's what it's about. Okay. Simply Suzette, Suzette has to be vocal. You have to be
You
vocal.
finna get your
Okay?
platform for it.
You gotta be vocal.
You gonna make me go get these lashes now, child. You messing me up.
Don't
I
let
got
the caterpillars hatch. Don't let them hatch. Don't let them hatch.
He
Let me
said
move next.
caterpillars.
Yeah, don't let the caterpillars hatch. Let
now.
me
Wait a
move.
minute. I'm gonna come on here one day with some 3D lashes. Gonna mess you up. Now they would touch you from here from where I'm sitting.
Yeah,
Oh,
all I'm gonna do is
damn.
Oh, Jesus.
all I'm gonna do is block the picture out. I'm
Oh,
Then
gonna
the
baby, let
ones
me
that
tell you,
use
they
his
are
fans.
glamorous though. They are
Ooh.
glamorous. I love them.
put,
You say
I'm
you
gonna
get
put,
hot in
Somebody
the
help
room, you
me.
I'm
start
gonna put
blinking real
the
hard.
Suzette, I'm gonna put the
Oh,
Suzette
man.
avatar up. But let me go across the bottom right quick, okay? My
Help
brother
me.
Jeff, okay? Look,
Ooh.
Jeff, I met you, bro. You know, and we couldn't be closer. You know, I feel what you say to people every day. I look at it every day, and I feel what you're saying. Everybody's not going to get what you say, okay? But you know, that's not a anchor for you. That's more of a motivation for you to continue to keep doing it and keep. You know, I know you go through as a life coach. You trying to tell everybody, you know, give people suggestions on how to be better in life, okay? But you go
Mm-hmm.
through things yourself, all right?
Yep.
And you unselfishly, bro, you unselfishly continue to do what you do, okay? For the people, not only my viewers, but for everybody else that views what you do and what Gina does, what everybody else does. You continuously try to help people, all right? Bruh, that's a gift in itself.
Yeah.
Nobody can take that away from you, brother. And you know what? I love you, man, because you are 100% truth. All right. I love that about
Thank
you.
you, brother.
Most definitely.
Awesome.
And Samantha. Samantha,
Linda.
you the newbie.
Hey,
You the newbie on the
I'm
show.
the newbie. Yes, I am.
But you know what? You bring a whole different dimension to the show. You know, you have such great insight on different things. All right. I understand your heart just a short amount of time. I understand your spirit. You know what I'm saying? And we embrace, and I'm sure I speak for everybody. We embrace you because
Mhm.
you are truth as well. Okay, that's what we try to keep on the show. Truth. We don't care how many people beat us down. All right, because that's not what defines us. What defines us is how we motivate, how we inform people. And you know, you do that very, very, very well. All right. And you sit back and you wait your turn. All right. You know what I mean? And you're patient. And you know what? I
Very.
mean, that's a blessing in itself. And you're a great part of this show, and I appreciate you, man. Yeah, thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Love you too. Appreciate you as well, everybody. Thank you.
But let me speak on a couple other people. Okay, you know Chris. All right, been knowing Chris forever. Okay,
Hmm.
that's my little brother. Okay, and I'm not. You know, I told him I'm not going to. He asked me, Greg, you can't be putting all of that stuff out there. So I'm not. I'm just going to say this. My brother Chris, I love you, man. I love you. That's all I can say. You've been there. You know where I'm from. You know what I've done. You know, man. I love you, bro. Marcella, been knowing you forever. Okay, you are a very spiritual woman. As much as you hate to say, for me to say, you're very spiritual. Okay, and you know, just like Gina, you try to bring peace and calm to the show when I get out there. Okay, because I gotta admit, I look, I lose it sometimes, but see that, but that's what I do. I'm a comedian, but I also got to make sure that this show continues on the track to motivate. And sometimes I get off track. All right. And Marcy, you keep me, as well as everybody else. You know, Maurice is starting to do it a lot too, um, keeping me on track. All right. So, hey man, look, this whole consortium, and you know, I can't leave out my little brother, my real brother, my blood brother, Ujimar. This guy's gone through stuff that I could never have gone through. I'm telling you, um, man. I've seen him at his best, and I've seen him at his worst. And I'm telling you, even at his worst, the dude is still doing his thing. All right, but the journey that he's gone through is a journey that really needs to be seen. And we're talking about some things, but that dude has gone through a lot, and to see him now from where he was, oh man, y'all wouldn't understand, man. I'm so proud of my little brother for coming out of the hell that he was in and getting his blessings now. Okay, he's a beautiful wife. He's doing some great things legally. All right, none of that other stuff. All that other mess is gone. All right? And man, you know, I love you, Uji. If you watch it, I love you too, Patty and Tree. Let me tell you, um, I express this anyway because these people are family. You know, when you hook up with us, we're family. I don't like talking about myself. I do not. I don't like them talking about me. Okay, this is just a labor of love that we do for this show, and I got to go all the way back to the beginning. Gina, thank you for opening up. I hope everybody else gets a chance to do the same thing because I I'm trying to do something. You know, I was with the Mentos people, okay, and it was a conversation that was had, and I'm transparent with it. Chris absolutely, but I am. It was a conversation that was had, and there's some other things that are going to be said. So I'm just going to say one down, and I'll be back. More to come.
That's not me.
I didn't say it was you. The hell
No,
you
I'm saying
talking about, Suzette?
because I've been muted.
I done
I'm
did
sorry.
all of this, and now you coming with this? It ain't.
She
That's
said
the
it was some
simply
static.
Suzette in her.
Because I couldn't hear.
That
I
is
couldn't
just
hear you.
She couldn't hear what you said.
I don't care. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Mercy.
Woo,
Mercy,
Marcella.
come help me.
Hi, what did I just come into?
Help me, Mercy.
Unbelievable conversation.
An unbelievable
I heard, that's what I
conversation.
heard.
Help
What's
Cecil.
going on,
That's you,
Suzette?
Help Cecil. Help me, Mercy.
Y'all check out Maurice.
What's going on?
The
Maurice,
core
get
comment
get
of
the
the
cold
day.
water.
Maurice, get a spill. Get a spill. Go ahead. No.
Oh,
Maurice,
Huh?
give the spill.
Oh,
Give
wait.
go ahead,
He
get a
thought
curse.
you said
How you gonna look?
spill.
I don't have my glasses on.
Okay, look, Maurice, let me help you out, man. Look,
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna pass it to Greg. Go for it.
pH water, perfectly balanced pH water, okay? And the best part about this is, man, look, you can throw this bottle away and it's 100% recyclable. So it might come back as a toenail, it might come back as anything, man, okay? But it's recyclable. There it is. Don't y'all
7.4.
get this purple rain, man. I don't care what other drink she got. She got 10 of them, 11 of them, okay? But this is the only one that matter. Purple rain, okay? Get it, okay?
Right.
Packaging not included. I'm done. But we are talking about Gina. Go ahead.
Oh, we're talking about us tonight. Man, that's a good subject. Us. Basically what we're doing, how we got where we are. We're going to show you the good and the bad. You know, like I said earlier, a lot of times we look at successful people and we don't see what they went through to get there. It's a lot that you go through to get there, and we want to share that so that when you go through it, the viewers in the audience, when you go through the things that you have to go through to get where you want to be, you'll know that it's common. You know, we all go through it, and we want to share some things with you to help you get through it. We all went through our struggles, and I shared that with you with my first book fair. Robert thought I was losing my mind. I was a crazy person that day. It was crazy. And I just want to, now that Marcelle is on, I want her to talk about some of her adversities.
Okay. Okay, I'll start off with something that I am working on right now, a nonprofit called Joshua's Angel Wings. And it comes from, my son's name is Joshua. And it comes from his death. He was murdered. And it's a nonprofit that will focus on mental illness awareness. And as you guys talked earlier, Jeff, life coach, about the Brown community does not really believe in going to speak to someone when you're going through some problems. My son had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. And a lot of times when someone have a mental illness and they're on meds, they believe that when they're feeling okay, that it's all okay and they'll stop their meds. And sometimes they don't understand. It's just like if you have diabetes or cancer or something and you have to continue with your meds, that you need to continue so that you can focus and be well mentally. So Joshua's Angel Wings is something that has stemmed from my son's death, mental illness awareness. Also, with our young people out here, there's a lot going on, and our young people are really going through a lot. And if you look at the news, you see that there's a lot of suicide going on with our young people. There's a lot of mental illness. People don't realize that depression is a mental illness.
Yeah.
You have people that have gone through. I am the victim of, as a child, I was molested as a child. I only maybe 2 to 3 years ago finally told someone about that, and I held it in. And a lot of people are like, hey, well, why did you hold it in? You can talk to people, but a lot of times you're afraid. You feel that there was something that you did to cause it, Um,
Can I ask you a
sometime,
question, Marcy?
yes,
Can I ask you a question? So, what
sure.
type of services is Joshua's Angels going to provide? What's the plan to provide for the community?
Okay, mental illness awareness,
Mm-hmm.
mentoring.
Okay.
I was a single parent, and even though his father was sometimes in his life, his father lived on the East Coast.
So
So pretty much
the mentoring is going to be what age area? What age is that going to?
it's going to be from like elementary through high school. But
Mm-hmm.
then I want to do a mentoring program where you're training teens so that they can come back and also mentor the younger kids as well. I do want to get some type of ranch for, like a camp. Also, I have talked to some men that are in counseling, the counseling field, because even though I was a single parent trying to raise a son, there's just so much as a female that I can teach a male child. And I want that. That's why I told Suzette when she mentioned something similar to that, that we need to have our men in the children's lives. When I worked at a school and you saw a father come in, the kid, it was a whole different dynamic
Oh,
with the
absolutely.
female
Hmm.
students, the female students, the male students, just having that male figure around.
Trust.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah, it
Uh,
is. So not only the mentoring, also mental illness awareness, just having teaching our children that it's okay to talk about issues that they may be going through, to let them see that they have someone that they can come to and talk to, and just being around their peers,
being
getting
a
kids to
positive
be
male role model.
right, and
Right.
they're going to be correct, and they're going to be females there as well, and just getting kids to be kids again. Right now, our kids are growing up as adults. From
Yeah.
little on,
Hmm.
they're raising themselves, they're raising their siblings, getting them to do like back to clean fun. We had a show about back in the day playing double dutch, hopscotch. Um, Samantha, we talked to a mentoring program this weekend about sewing,
Yes.
crocheting,
Yes.
cooking, getting
Zella
back to
Nicole
cooking from
girls.
scratch. Right. And so
Zeta.
that's
I
what
think it's
Joshua
Zeta.
Angel's Wing is going to be, focused on children, letting children be children, the mental illness awareness, the men mentoring, and also the women's mentoring. And I'm excited about it.
It's
I've
awesome.
spoken to
Mar-
several people.
Marcy, how long have you been working on this?
I've
Oh,
been working on this since about, I want to say, about 2018. Truly, I have my name registered already. I've been doing a lot of research. Um, I became ill. I got sick, um, and that kind of stopped me for a while. But I've started back again. I'm getting well, and now I'm able to focus more on it.
we
Oh,
all we all
awesome.
need to sign up with a group session with Coach.
I
Yes,
got a question for
Push.
you, Marcy. Question for you. Do you have
yes.
a certain curriculum like you would like to go over with them? Because I do have a kind of like an outline. If you would like to use that, if you want to
Okay,
go ahead and develop a curriculum with that.
we can talk. I do have notes
Yeah.
and
Okay.
books, plural. So we can talk over that about that because I am interested in hearing what you have to say.
Definitely. All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
Hmm.
Again, that sounds like it goes hand in hand. It
Yeah.
really does.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Mentoring, man,
And
it's a
I
lot of things that our youth face. It's so different from when we were growing up. We face
Hmm.
things like somebody hit you in the nose and you got a bloody nose
Hmm.
now. It's
yeah,
just so
I
different.
And
it's
Yeah.
a
very
lot of
different.
it is very different. I worked with a residential treatment center for boys for like 8 years, and we had wards that were between the ages of 9 to 18,
Hmm.
and so it was. And then a lot of those things just went away. I was doing it in Illinois, so servicing, those individuals it's a big job, and you need the mentoring, you need the supportive services for the families, for
Yeah.
the parents, for the mothers, for the fathers. So that the mentoring, that's for the children. Then you need Coach Jeff for the adults. So you've got all these, and you need you need Simply Suzette to help as far as women being more women, and the books and the everything that's a part of the family. So when you connect everything, all the dots, it starts to change the sense of feeling in the community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, you bring up a good point, Samantha. I want Jeff, why don't you talk about some of the resources? Let's get some of the resources out that we use, because
Mhm.
you get a lot of people who say, I want to do this, I want to start this, I want to start a business. But where do you start? What are the resources that are out there to help boost them up and get them started?
Mm.
A lot of resources as far as well, we'll just say marketing, for instance. But marketing, I really tell people to use social media, because social media is such a powerful thing nowadays. You know what I mean? It's certain ways you can manipulate it. Facebook does have a way you run the algorithm. You know what I mean? And that consists of you liking and talking on people's posts and different things. So that way they're put on the top of the list to see everything that you have to offer. So as soon as you put a post out there, boom, they go ahead and see it. And those are the people you want to link up with who will most likely want your services. You got to be strategic with that. Now, Instagram's a little different. I haven't quite mastered Instagram yet, but I believe TikTok is kind of like the same as Facebook. TikTok has to do with the hashtag a little bit more.
The TikTok.
Yes, the TikTok. That's
The
right.
TikTok. That's right. You know I love the TikTok.
The TikTok.
The TikTok and the Facebook are my favorite.
Yeah, the TikTok and the Facebook. And it just seems like with those two, you're easily able to get use like social media marketing strategies with that, a lot quicker. And you still nothing is better than grassroots talking to people. I always tell people any opportunity you have to do that as far as marketing, always make sure you get out, because you are the voice of your own business and company. If you don't have the right words to say, if you can't speak it to people, if you can't articulate that, that's your loss. And you got to really hurry up and figure out how you want to do that quickly. People can only watch videos for so long until they actually meet the person in front of them.
Yes.
So
I agree with you.
yeah, marketing is a big thing.
Yeah. Anyone network? You guys network with anyone else, or any other businesses, or any other companies?
Yeah,
Any networking going on?
I do a little bit. But may I say one more thing about Marcy? I had no idea Marcy was working on something like that, because I had decided that once I got Simply Suzette off the ground, that I would like to start a not-for-profit too. My not-for-profit would be named Daddy's Home. I would love to be able to help men know how to interact with their children when mothers aren't around, so that they could become complete people. I
I'm gonna
want
do
to be
a
able to
not-for-profit
show,
called
a
Daddy's
lot
Home.
of them. What? No. Listen, wait a minute. A lot of them don't know the good thing, what they can do to help their kids. They have drug issues, they
Yeah.
have unemployment issues where they've taken their licenses and stuff like that. And I
And
just want to
hair
be able.
issues like my daughter.
Right. All of that stuff. But the mentors are going to be the people that graduate from the program, just like Marcy said. And those people, we're gonna have activities that involve a guy, guys with the kids. I don't want no women in it. I want all men. I want all men mentors. I want all men counselors. I even talked with a judge, and she thought it was a phenomenal idea. A lot of guys are messed up on child support, so I want to be able to do like a people's court thing where they would not throw it out, but they would get it restructured. And if you run into issues, run into problems, then you would have somebody to go talk to and replead your case, rather than for you not to know. And then next thing you know, money's coming out your check. You're mad the kids, you're mad the mom, you're just mad. And then, it's just a lot of psychological stuff that goes with not being able to see your kids.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to be able to do for the
And
guys.
all of that stuff is gonna happen.
And back to what I was, I'm sorry.
I'm just saying it's all going to happen. You guys just keep steady, keep your course.
It's
Gonna
gonna be
happen.
called Daddy's Home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And,
mine is
and
going to be called Daddy's There.
Some of them ain't though. We gotta fix it.
Uh,
and
Uh,
you know. I'm sorry.
there's
Go
some
ahead.
there's some simple things even with me with the young kids. How to tie a tie, how to dress when you go for an
yeah.
interview, because I've
Mm,
seen people at different companies and things. I'm just
mhm.
around, and they're in their jeans or their shorts, and it depends on the type of business. If you're going to go into an office building, you don't come in shorts and a t-shirt. I've
It,
seen, like even
that,
on television when they're showing different job fairs.
Right.
And I'm like, really? Is that how they're coming in?
Hmm.
well, I
We
just
have to
seen it.
teach our
You gotta be able to tell guys
per-
what a belt is for.
But you know what? It's
right.
even crazy the way they come in courtrooms, and that's where you see most of
Right,
them coming into. You
right.
Yes.
coming in, and you trying to get out of the trouble you into, and you come in there with shirts with guns on the front and marijuana
Yeah.
logos.
And even
It's
how to
Wow.
speak,
Yeah.
crazy.
well.
Well,
You can't come in
Yeah.
there and it is she, is he,
mhm.
why come, and when you're speaking, and these are just some
Yeah.
little simple things, but they're big things as well.
But
But let
you know,
me
They're
ask
these are
you this.
big
things that
things
work
as
Let me ask
well.
top.
you this. Hold on,
They-
Suzette. Let me
they-
ask you this. Um, is it wrong? Say you're a company owner and you dressing in the shorts, the flip flops, and you have your meetings, and people come in that way. Is that wrong? If you've already set that precedence, is that wrong? Because I'm gonna tell you, and
If
I'm going to
that's
say,
Hmm.
I whenever I used to do it. Whenever I had meetings, I'm in my shorts, I'm in my flip flops, um, hats, t-shirts, and everything. But I expect everybody else to present a certain way to me. Okay, so you got a doggone. Was that a monkey behind you, Marcella?
I didn't even see him. This
No, that's a
is
cat.
Miko.
Okay.
I
I'm
didn't
like,
even see him jump behind. That
I'm
would be
like,
Miko.
woo!
What
a
is that? A
They
monkey?
have
cat?
people.
Said
Yeah,
a monkey
It's a
behind
I'm
you.
like,
that's a cat.
okay,
Man,
Maurice,
it's like a little
Maurice,
that's a
wildebeest.
cat.
I thought
Oh,
I
That's a
A little
Maine
wildebeest.
Coon.
I almost
thought I
choked
saw
on
some
my
little
They're
pour
small.
big.
water.
I thought I saw some
They're
little small
24
snippets
pounds.
like they're going like this, man. I thought it was one of them dogs.
He look like a little wildebeest. Look at, I ain't know until he moved.
Yeah,
That's probably,
I saw,
man.
He's sweet.
I
There's
saw him walk
another one.
up. I saw, I saw him walk up there, and I was like, "Oh,
I'm
You
like,
got
yeah,
what
two
this
is
of
cat
them?
that?
do that. She want
There's
photo
two.
bombing."
Dude, it looked like a
Girl,
monkey
do
at
they
first.
pay rent? You have to feed them? Do they pay rent?
She
I
said,
keep
You got a
telling them they
job?
need a job. They need a
Okay.
job.
They act like they're human.
Girl,
I'm
you
gonna tell
can't
you,
stay
They
there unless
do.
you got a coin coming in, huh? You got to be able to pay your way.
we had cats.
Nico, they're
We
talking
had
about
cats.
you. What do you think? What do you think,
She
sweetie?
said, I think I should go.
Oh boy, what you do? Sniff his belly?
They're big.
I'm
But
sorry, Mike. I may be ragging on the cat.
back to
Let's go back to
Greg's
you.
question.
"Whew."
I think you as the owner of the company would set a precedent for the atmosphere. If that's something
Mm,
with your employees that they know you require them to dress properly, as the owner of the company, you do what you want to do.
Right.
And I don't,
I
I don't know. That's I would kind of look at you a little bit like, okay, because if I were to see you doing that, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's cool. That's how we're going to come in.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
what
a lot of what we're talking about is a generational too, because you think about companies like Google and Facebook and all. These people don't come to work dressed up, no
mm,
suits, no ties, and they come
Hmm.
as you are. Some of them come in pajamas and flip flops.
Stop.
I'm
That's
serious.
crazy.
I am serious. I'm serious. If
Well,
y'all,
Well,
you know what? It depends on the setting. If
yeah.
I'm
right.
going in for an interview and I'm trying to impress someone, I'm going to dress up.
Well,
But
I'm no,
Me
I
too.
do,
I'm
but
talking about
I,
they're in the spot.
but I
After
do the
the end.
right. I do the hiring
Yeah.
for my team.
Mhm.
So I'll come in a t-shirt, pants, shorts, and a t-shirt. But I do expect the person that's interviewing to come in presentable in a suit, guys in a suit,
Mhm.
a tie, and and the female dress. And it doesn't have to be a dress, but dressy. If they have on pants, slacks, in a dressy blouse. You're trying to impress me. I'm not trying to impress you. But when I go to my management meetings, I'm dressing because now I'm in front of CEOs and VPs and things like that.
Exactly.
So
Well,
I have to present myself in a certain way.
well,
I mean,
it just all depends on what you aspire for too. My Donnell, he works at the
Oh
boat.
Lord.
Wait. He works at the boat. When he first started, the only thing he was required to wear was a shirt and a tie and dress pants. He said he never goes any place with just a shirt and a tie and dress pants. If he has on a tie, he has on a suit coat. So he was the only one walking around there with a suit coat. And because he wore the suit coat and the suit every day, people thought he was the manager. They thought he was the guy in charge. They thought, so it all depends on what it is you aspire to do. Now he's one of the GMs that help make big decisions, where he started off just being a supervisor.
You are
So
so
it
proud
all
of
depends on where you aspire to be. You have to dress like where you want to end up.
Yeah,
on.
you do.
Yeah.
You do
Right.
have to
That's
dress,
what I've
dress
always
your
been taught.
part. You do
Well,
have to
Yes,
dress your
yes.
part.
Hold up. Okay.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Wait.
I got to bring some extra stuff in, and I invited Tree Sweet Drinks to come on. She'll be on in a second.
Awesome.
I'll tell you somebody who might have insight too, Greg.
Well,
Our own Nyla.
yeah. But
She's
check
from
this
that
out.
generation.
Look, man. You know, you saying you dress like you want whatever y'all just said. Okay, but okay, when I'm okay, if I was to do an interview, let's put it like that. Yeah, I'm gonna come in my Brooks Brothers, man. I'm good, all right. But I don't gotta do that, all right. So again, if I wanna come in shorts and this and that, okay, I'm already doing what I want to do, so I'm cool.
Right.
You
That's
know what I'm saying?
different.
I'm
You're the
good.
owner. You're your own boss. That's different.
Right.
If
That's
you're
a whole
hiring
different thing.
someone, though, let me ask: if you're hiring someone and they come in the interview in front of you in
Mhm.
flip flops and shorts and a t-shirt, what would you think about that person?
They
I'm going.
coming to be the lifeguard.
I
Mhm.
would have. I would have read the. No, I'm telling you, truthfully. I will have read
Come
the
and sell
resume.
soda at the beach.
I will have
Wait a
read.
minute, we can't hear.
I will have read the resume. I know because see, that's the facade, all right. That's
Uh-huh.
the appearance. If they got skills that I need, come on in here, come as you are, all right. Because I'm going to tell them ahead of time. I'm even going to put it in the advertisement. I'm going to put an advertisement out, okay. Come as you are, all right. I will have already read the resume, and if that person fits what I need, I'm gonna get them. I don't care how they dress.
I guess you
But
got
you
a
know what?
point there. Ain't gonna be no surprises, later
Right.
on.
And you said you would put in there, come as you are. I've gone on interviews and I've been the only one that dressed as though I was the CEO coming up in there, and there would be 2 or 3 other people there in their shorts or their jeans and their t-shirts. And when I'm actually in there in the interview, they're sitting there telling me, asking me, did you see these other people out here? I'm like, yes. And I'm like thinking I'm overdressed. And they're like, we want you. The last time I went looking for a part-time job, I went for 3 interviews. And before I made it home, I was receiving calls from all 3 that wanted to hire me.
And that's
And
a part of
one
that
of the
mental.
places,
You're gonna go to Target or someplace else. I'm not saying that's what you would do, but you're gonna go to one of those places dressed up like that.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
I would wear like dress pants and a nice dress top. I'm not going to be all totally suited up as though I'm coming in as a CEO or anything. But yeah, I'm not going to come in jeans and a t-shirt.
In the words of Audrey Hepburn, you're never too overdressed, darling.
Right.
That was a long.
I
No
love
such
her.
thing as too overdressed, darling.
Okay, on that note, let's bring Trey because that was some. Who cares? That was.
You know what?
Hey, Trey.
Well, I'm just saying.
Hi.
That would be Greg.
Hey,
Trey.
Tree.
Hey,
Hey,
Trey.
Tree Sweet.
Hey,
Tree
Trey.
Sweet.
It's true.
3 feet, girl.
Tree Sweet.
Tree.
What's up, Tree?
I
Nothing
get
tired.
my sample shortly, but right now I'm on the core kick.
Yeah, it's in the mail. You should be getting it soon. Hopefully by Friday.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got some people that want to taste your stuff.
Wow, all the way to Texas. I mean, yeah,
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
No, Tennessee.
All the way to
I saw-
Tennessee.
I saw Nia being
Woo!
cute. So Nia said, "Hey, I saw her back there."
Yeah, she's coming on.
Where Nia?
Awesome.
Nia, what's up?
Hi,
Hi.
Nye.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
Hi.
That's another insight into what we were talking about the youth now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted you to come on here to we talk. We want to celebrate everybody, okay, that's doing their thing. Okay? But everybody, as Gina said at the beginning, they've gone through difficulties. They've gone through things that people uh, would never have known, and we want to, let people know that it's not easy, and to share our experiences because they become examples to possibly help people. What obstacles did you guys go through?
Look, we're going through them now. It's hard, especially in the beginning with us just starting out. We're new. Can you guys hear me?
No,
Yes.
we can't hear you. You're talking. Go ahead, girl. We can hear you.
Very well.
What's up, Night?
Greg likes to give me a hard time. No, but with us starting off, it's difficult. You guys are talking about marketing for one. I'm such an airhead with social media. So Naya does everything. Everything you guys see on Facebook and Instagram is because of Naya. Um, and something I need to learn and something I need to look into business wise. Naya's a teenager. So what she's doing is just probably from what she's seeing and learning from her personal account, and then also what Greg's been helping her too. But I need to get on there and promote Tree Sweet Drinks more than anything versus Naya just posting, posting, posting. So that's one obstacle. Just everything. Greg, you and I, we have talked multiple times. Is Life Coach Jeff on here? I don't see him. We talked to. It's hard, especially in the beginning. My advice is
Give up.
don't give up. And it's hard. Like now we're looking all rough. We got a lot going on over here. But it's okay, and I'm still on here. Still talking. People just want to hear your story. My story is don't give up. We're starting off new. We started off back in April this year. It's challenging, but you learn a lot every day. You learn a lot.
I
Um,
give I give the precursor to that. I just say don't give up.
yeah,
The difference between a winner and a loser gives up.
But
yeah,
you're so new, and for you to feel like you're facing so much adversity in the beginning, and I really feel like you're very new, and I think you're doing well to
Well,
be
yeah,
as new as you are.
Mm-hmm.
got a good
But
product.
but in your mind you feel like, I'm not doing as probably not as well as you want it to be, but
hmm
it's a process. And that's the reason I asked earlier about networking, because I have found that networking and bringing in a partner helps a lot too, where
It
you
does.
don't bear all the responsibility. You don't have to be the one to come up with all the ideas. There's different ideas that can be thrown around, and it's not just coming from one person. And so
hmm
I network with others with some of the projects that I do, because I found that networking and partnering with other people helps to push you forward a little bit quicker.
hmm
More
Here's the
minds, more better.
here's the thing
I
too,
agree.
Tree. Here's the thing too. And didn't want you to come on here to get badgered or bludgeoned or anything like that. But
Not
it's always an opportunity to at least throw a little bit of gems in there. This is your product, all right. You know what's in it. You know what you want to do with it. Other people like myself, Chris, and all of the people on here that offer suggestions, okay, you can say yes, you can say no, okay. You don't have to look. Nobody's going to get their feelings hurt, all right, because at the end of the day, you know how you want this to go. We may suggest things that do not sound right to you. It may work for us, may not work for you, but the good part about it is that you've already done a lot of the work because you have the
yeah.
product, okay. So with people like myself, like Chris Mills, like Jeff, and everybody here, we want to enhance. We believe in what you have, so we want to do
Mm-hmm.
what we can to help push it to a level that it deserves to be at. You can't put the cart before the horse. All right. You have to just understand that this is where it's at right now. So yeah, you got stuff to do. but you do it in your own pace. You don't want to rush it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because there's some things that we had asked you. Talking with Jeff, there's some things that we wanted Jeff to, because I want everybody, don't need to come at you. I wanted Jeff to talk to you the next time he talks to you about some not necessarily concerns, but some things that me as an entrepreneur and some others on here as entrepreneur would like to know, so that we can take the next step in what we want to do to help. You know what I mean? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so when Jeff talks to you, just talk to him if you want. Any one of us are here for you to talk to at any time. All right. Now you're doing such a fantastic job. I miss seeing you. I've been out to a couple of events, miss seeing you. Um, and now, let me ask you, how difficult is it for you? Because you guys have only been in business for a few months. How difficult is it for you as a teenager and as a student to get involved in this, and to try to continue to make it successful?
Well, I wouldn't say it's difficult. I would say it's more of managing and learning at the same time. So it's not hard. It's just sometimes it can get frustrating, but it's all about learning and just managing and figuring it out.
Okay, everybody say what's up to Chris.
Chris.
Hey,
Hey, Chris.
Chris.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Cool.
Good
Good.
for you.
But
Oh,
yeah, that's good. But I'm down to 3 bottles now.
And look, when I get back home from vacation, all I've been hearing from my granddaughter is, "You got to get more." I'm not going to order more because I'm leaving to go out of town tomorrow, but I'm hearing it every day. Get more. You got to get more. So you see what you've done in my household.
I do. That's the goal, Gina.
Yeah, I was
That's the
talking about
goal.
now.
But you know what? I took a sip. I know I can't have it, but I had
Which
to
one?
because I did the strawberry one.
Sunset.
Yes, the sunset, and it was good.
I can't wait to get mine.
And
Yeah, Chris, which one did you taste?
I can't drink it,
Chris
you
is on.
guys.
Chris is on the way.
mine is on the way.
Man, you talking about Tennessee, Vegas? Woohoo! This girl gonna be
All right.
international in a minute.
See?
Hey, I bought 18 bottles. Was it 18? 18
18.
bottles. 6 for myself and 12 for my son and his mom, and they down to 3.
Wow.
He called me while we was on here. He called me and was like, "Dad, mom gonna say it was me, but it was her. Place some blame, okay? But it is that good, okay? But see, the thing,
It is.
here's the thing, and you got the corners, you got Vegas, Tennessee over there, but here's the thing: it's good in this demographic area. We need to stretch it out someplace else.
Yeah.
See how they feel about it. All
Well,
right.
that's my whole plan here in
But
Tennessee.
that's all marketing. You
Yeah.
have to market, find your market. That's all has to do with marketing research.
Yeah.
So I
But
mean,
the question is for a person like me, especially just starting out with marketing, it's a really huge and a big deal. If Naya wasn't here, as you guys can see, I've been kind of doing everything by myself. I shot it out there. I just took a risk and I just went for it. How do you know what to market, who to market, what audience to pull? I heard you guys talking about a lot of it yesterday. We had a basement flood, so I really couldn't hear everything, but um, I missed out on a lot of what you guys were saying. But how do you go about doing that? Like a person that do starting off, how do you do it?
you benchmark first, okay? You got to find out, and anybody correct me if they don't agree with me, okay? What I always do with any product that I put out there, I benchmark it, okay? Starting from zero, I have nothing, okay? And as I go out there, okay, after a month, how is it done? All right. So we benchmarking from 0 to 30 days. Okay. This is where it went. This is the demographic. This is the age even. You can get all of those analytics. All right. And after you do that, you just continue. Benchmarking is important. Okay. You got to continue to
Very
benchmark.
important.
If you do not, if you're here Okay, right here, and then 5 months from now, you're right here. Something's wrong. Okay, you didn't make a move. Okay, you should be here 5 months from now. Okay, okay. Now if you're here, and 5 months from now you're here, it's about time to either put up or shut up. Leave it alone. You got to benchmark. All right, find out who your audience. And I'm,
Mhm.
I'm speaking, I'm speaking like it's television, but everything is the same. Find out who your audience is. Who's drinking this? Who's
Yes.
what age, what race is even go as deep as the race if you want to. Okay, then you got to find out where where you can get this. Where you want to put this. Okay, Chris came up with an interesting concept with a new franchise out in Vegas with Harold's Chicken. Okay, I think that's great because those are the mom and pop stores that are franchising themselves. Okay, so you put it in a mom and pop store who are not going to have the the restrictions on what they put in their stores. Okay, they see it, they'll take it just like it is. All right, now let's keep it 100. All right, we need to change the packaging. All right, let's keep it 100. But the thing is, people like churches will take this as it is and they will sell it. You know, so it's a business that you have to educate yourself about,
Mhm.
but benchmarking is important. You never know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. Period. All right, Maurice, Chris, anybody want to add to that?
I would like to add to it because at the point you are now, if you haven't started, you need to start writing down or tracking where you're getting your sales from, who's buying your product, where you're selling it the most. I know you're doing a lot of events. Get get the people's information, have something where you can get their information so you can find out what your demographics are. You also, just like I think Marcy talked about, someone threw out, marketed to the schools. Well, that's not a good marketing strategy because there's certain criteria for the schools. So, and you can start in your area, but I would look even further outside of the area that you're with right now because you might have a larger market outside of where you're trying to market right now. It could be in Florida where everybody's drinking those type of drinks. So you need to find out, like Greg said, who's drinking these kind of drinks outside of Gary, Illinois, Chicago. Branch out because your audience may be way further than where right here. That's like the saying, selling ice, what is it, ice cubes to an Eskimo.
Right.
Same thing.
Also, you may have to do something with an NDA on your formula of of your drinks, because if you do that NDA, then if you do the distribution, then you'll be able to give them the formula, and they can't, you know,
What's
and
the
that
NDA?
Non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure.
legislative agreement.
Okay.
So in
Well,
that way,
the NDA
it's
the NDA is good, but you got to also have a non-compete, non-circumvent too.
exactly. So
Mhm.
they can't knock it off. Even they can't even knock it off at that
Right.
point.
Uh-oh.
Because some people get it and they say, "Well, the NDA is here. Well, we'll just make a knockoff of Purple Rain and call it Purple
Mhm.
Drops.
Mhm.
Purple
Yeah.
Mist. You know what I'm saying? Call it everything but Purple Rain, but it'll be the same thing, really. It's kind of like when you go on there, it ain't Coca Cola, it's something cola, K Cola.
Cola
Right.
Cola.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah,
got a, I got a, I got a question. With the marketing part, are you? I know I don't know nothing about selling stuff like this, but it's just an idea. When you are out, do you get the email addresses of people so you can see exactly where it is and who it is, and that way maybe you can like throw out flyers or specials. That's an easy way to get it out there without
It
having to
is
do the
good.
footwork.
and you might want to entice them with a sample or something. You
Yeah.
know,
So when we do events, we're kind of like all over. We be in Joliet, we be in Wisconsin, different parts, suburbs out here, the city. We be like all over. We even have an event coming out. Maurice, I think we'll be out there in October for an event, I believe. as well as in Tampa, Florida. So we be kind of all over. It depends on the permit situation. We can give out samples, and some of them we have to have them already prepackaged.
Let me ask you. I'm sorry. You coming to Nashville?
Possibly, yes.
Man, let me know. Please let me know. Because I mean,
Her brother's there.
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah. If you're gonna do an event here, let me know. And I'd have to know exactly where it's at and everything, and what's gonna happen and all that stuff. Because I'll drag some ATMs over there or something, and sit it right by your booth.
Real quick, you guys. I don't know. We're having a huge storm here. Greg, is it affecting you? I
Yeah.
know.
Very
Yeah.
yeah.
So if anything drops off, just know it's a
It's the storm. Yeah.
huge storm.
Yeah. I'm out here in Maryville and it's ugly.
Yeah.
My lights are flickering on and off. So
ours too. We're in Northwest Indiana, so ours too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Greg's face froze. Look at his face froze.
We can hear you.
My whole screen is frozen.
That Pixel Man.
Yeah.
So Suzette, I don't get any emails from anybody. I do pass out business cards and flyers. Like it's just us. If we
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hold on. We couldn't hear you. It was two people talking at the same time, Greg. What was it that you were saying?
It was Greg talking.
What I was saying was, let's just end this right now because it's bad storms going on in Gary, Indiana, and we want to just thank everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow. Let's just finish this up tomorrow.
Marcy, thank you.
Right.
Tree, we definitely want to have you back on to talk a little bit more into detail into the marketing part, because that is so important.
Yeah, and that's why I was asking, because we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I was letting everybody else talk, but once you come back on, I'll let you know which way to do it.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay.
Chris.
You guys, this was.
Chris, you got something you want to say?
No, man. I mean, we can talk. We can wait. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the episode to be messed up because of the storm. So once we get Tree back on, I will explain the easiest way of marketing that there is, especially when you're doing a new product.
Appreciate you, Chris.
Awesome.
Okay.
Always.
Well, wait a minute.
We can't hear you, Greg, but you know what? This was definitely informational. I appreciate everyone coming on. Trey, we really always enjoy you coming on. There's always good information that's shared. You're back.
Yeah, we're back. Everybody's back. Okay, we was getting ready to cut out, but it's premature. God got us. Okay, Chris, what were you saying? No, go ahead.
No. Because it's gonna be a lengthy.
We good. Let's go.
Yeah, you good now?
Yeah, we good. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So the Tree, when you first start off doing it, doing like we said yesterday. I don't know. I this 4 months ago.
Yeah, about 4 months.
So at 4 months, in the 4 months range, you're exactly further than you should be right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, you went into it making the product, but not doing the marketing strategy to get it where it needs to be. So basically, you start off hitting the local spots. You have a jump on that because myself, Maurice, even Greg being up in Michigan, even though he's in Gary now, being up in Michigan, we have different people that we can reach out to. The reason I reached out when I was at Hurls yesterday, the reason I reached out to them because they have, I believe, almost 100 Hurls across the U.S.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I'm talking to the person, which is Kristen, she's the granddaughter to Harold Price. I mean, Harold Pierce, I'm sorry. And she's the one to say yes or no on the Harold's franchises that go up. So when I put you directly in contact with her, it'll be a situation where, and you have to tell me when you're ready because you're going to have to be able to produce.
Exactly.
Yeah. So when I put you in contact with her, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have them in all of her stores.
Okay.
in that situation. But when it comes to marketing, you start local, like Greg said, mom and pops, things like that. Even restaurants that's down that way. Mom and pop restaurants that's down that way. That's how you start off. When you do your marketing online, everything on your website should be able for one, people to sign up email style so they can get updates and everything. And from those emails and from that, from your order, it's pretty much, and I hate to say it, it's pretty much like the music industry. You should know where your orders are coming from.
Yep.
You know where your target markets are.
Or your hot is that?
Yeah, and from there you can go and market other places, but you know basically where your money's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And you will probably have to do a couple more. Well, you're gonna have to do some more research on the market strategy, the market planning. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go hit everywhere at one time. Because if you hit everywhere at one time and not prepared, it's going to make the company look bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, right now you're further ahead than most people that started a business 4 months ago.
Without a doubt, you're asking the right questions and everything.
Yeah.
And and you're acting on them. A lot of people they'll play like they reaching out there and asking questions, but as soon as you give them the answer, sometimes they don't like the answers because it's too real.
And I have a consulting firm here in Vegas that I can put you on to. We can get on the phone call with them, and I'll talk to them first, and then I can put you on the phone with them, and they can pretty much do your whole marketing strategy for you.
Okay. We may be out there in Vegas, Chris, but I'll reach out to you.
Just let me, and I'm
yeah.
No, ahead of time. I was about to say I'm always here.
I know.
Hey, and he made a great point. Okay, once we don't want to make these moves or contacts until you're ready. All right, and you could say that you're ready right now, but me, if I was the guy that was going to run everything for you, I would say no, that you're not. As Chris said, you're farther ahead than what you should be at this point. You've done well, okay, but you're not ready to talk to these people right now. There's a couple things.
We're not, and we talked about
that. And that's not to be discouraging. It's
not at all.
Yes,
I was honest with you guys about it, so I know where I stand at, with it. So I have to, if you believe in me, you have to trust what I'm saying. If I'm telling you I'm not ready, then I'm not ready. If I'm telling you I need to do this, then I need to do it.
And that's the first thing you told me when I asked you about sending a package to them. You just said, let them know that really rebranding everything. So, and that's basically what I told them. And a lot of people wouldn't do that because they feel like they're ready. Like the product that you have, from what I'm hearing, is where it's at. You just have to market and get that product packaging in order to get it out.
Exactly.
Like I told Greg yesterday, it's not even though it's not what the packaging look like, what's in it that counts. You have to make it, as we say, sexy for people to want to pick it up and try. But if they don't try it, they won't.
Exactly.
And that can be
I can hold the bottle all day long. That's the sexy part of it.
And that can be the logo tree.
If you don't try. I like that part. I like that part of the whole presentation. Sexy. Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, like
you already know. Any questions that you have, you got my number. You can call me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Same here.
I mean, the greatest thing I
you
think
do have
about
the cutest help. You do have the cutest help in the world. That little one back there in the back. Nobody has that but you. Yes.
I think the greatest thing in the whole wide world is that you've done probably about 80% of what nobody has done, and that was step out there. Get on out there and start, because it ain't gonna come knocking at the door, and you want to do this. So, I mean, the rest of it is listening to the right people and getting it cooking.
Yeah, and I took a big risk doing that too. By the way, I took a big risk.
That's what success is.
That's where it starts.
And
there's some. I put a link, a website in the chat. It's a small business. It's a large network of volunteers. You may want to go to their website. It's score.org, SCORE.org. And it's retired business people
Huh.
that are volunteering. And I had a guy I called, and they set me up an appointment with somebody,
Wow.
and they walk you through the steps and to get all the details, so you to help you get ready for whatever it is that you wherever you're going. It's a mentor, and they volunteer.
Okay. Thanks, Sam.
Hmm.
But you got a lot of mentors right here.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
All right, and so you right now, Tree, you don't have to pay for too much of nothing as far as
Yeah.
getting it to the next level. All right, so you've done great. I love you guys. I'm throwing love out all day today. I love you guys. Nah, you know I love you.
Throwing it back to you, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't like that.
Go on, y'all get gooey. Go
Yeah,
on, Suzette. Suzette.
Make me cry my lashes off again.
Chris,
Go get gooey,
I think
Suzette.
I'm gonna go in the room and get me another pair. I
Chris,
think I left those in the charger. I think they.
you got them caterpillars. And caterpillars ready to hatch, man. You're playing butterflies and flowers down
That is
face.
hilarious.
You
Oh my
need to
goodness.
quit.
For real, they're gonna fly in a minute, man.
Oh Lord.
Just a cocoon.
She done froze with her eyes up, closed, and them glasses up.
I
But we wanted to celebrate my team, this family here, okay, today, and everybody that we deem a part of the family. All right, shout out to what was that cheesecake that I can't get right now because I don't know.
Is it
Was it
Ann's cheesecake?
cheesecake?
Man, look, come on now.
I need
When
that.
you get that,
31 flavors.
when you get that, Chris differs with
I
She
have
gonna
the
have to
green
add.
apple and the watermelon.
She gonna have to add one more flavor because that logo for 31 flavors is already trademarked.
he
So
wants
she
to
gonna
do
either
that.
add one or take one away.
30 plus 1.
Oh,
Look, we Chris and I differ.
freezing
Okay?
up.
I say 31 is overkill. Chris say it ain't. Okay, because I think
Not.
he's saying it for
Hey, look,
selfish reasons. He want to try all of it.
It's a Ann Margaret's pretty much like pie cake place out here. And all they sell is desserts.
Desserts.
That's
They
it.
had to roll me down the street. Desserts.
Roll you down the street.
So,
Come on,
when
girl.
you
Come
said-
on. Come
look,
on.
when you said
Put some
that,
wheels under you and just keep going.
Can't
I be
hear.
a fat girl eating dessert.
yeah, when you said they had 31 flavors,
I be a fat girl.
Hold on,
You know
you're
what I'm
talking
saying?
over.
yeah, when you said they had 31 flavors, that's perfect.
Too much for me. But that's where we differ. It's all good. I'm still gonna eat my apple. What is it? Green apple.
Green
Yeah,
apple.
I just need to know if they got the caramel icing on top. If they got that, I can try
Gail
that.
said no.
With a little sea salt.
Can't hear anybody.
Sea salt.
Yeah, I love sea salt.
Salted caramel. Is
Yes,
that what you talking about?
yes.
Well, say that. Don't just say sprinkle some sea salt on it. I mean, what the?
It's about salted caramel.
If you're gonna
Yeah,
get
I'm
fat,
like-
that's the way to go. Sea salt and caramel.
If you
Got
what? You said you want to
If you're
get
gonna
fat.
get fat, that's the way to do it. I can tell you.
Well, why would anybody just venture out just to get some salt in it? What the hell?
No, sea salt. I'm sorry.
Okay, regular salt, sea salt, Epsom salt. I don't know. I mean, what?
Salt is a special kind of salt, honey.
Hey, Jeff.
What's up? I'm back.
Dr. J. Rich.
What did I miss?
Everything, man. Everything. You want to know? Ask Suzette, man.
What happened, Suzette?
Her eyelashes hatched.
The eyelashes fell off.
They hatched. They hatched.
Oh, Jesus.
They went from caterpillars to butterflies.
Yeah, they'll be back. They'll be back tomorrow. You know,
I'll
John
be back tomorrow.
and we was I started crying. And it was really nice. I started crying. So I said, well, I ain't putting no lashes back on for the show. They need to show the real me. And there you are. And there you are, minus the eyelash.
There you go.
I'm gonna leave it right there.
You gonna leave the hair on?
We're gonna do a show about the growth of eyelashes, How do they stitch them together, and how do y'all glue them joints onto them lids and not take off your regular ones when you're taking them off?
They got magnets nowadays. They magnetic.
Yeah, they got a nice
the time.
magnetic one.
All
And
kind
old
of
girl do
stuff.
pretty good
I
with that one. She
I
pretty
need
dope with it.
I need to
Wait a
be
minute.
educated too.
That's
You
called a
said
Magnetic,
magnets.
magnetic lashes?
Yep.
Yeah,
yes.
it's kind of
magnetic
like
lashes.
she said. Like she was at the event when we was there on Saturday, Greg. Like she puts like the little magnetic stuff on like eyeliner, yo.
Right.
And then the lash just stick to that bad boy and it
Get
stays.
out of here.
And it's natural. It's made out of all natural products, man.
I
So it
didn't even
doesn't
know that.
irritate the eye. Yeah, don't irritate the eye.
I've even
My,
got I've got 5 sets of bangs in there.
no. Don't go down that road, Suzette. No.
You said 5 sets of bangs.
I do. I have bangs sides that are longer. I have the bangs that are short.
Oh my God.
That fluff. I have the ones that's
Why
super
do they
round.
call them bangs?
No,
I don't know.
we're gonna have to research that, Tim.
No, that wasn't a
Okay.
good question.
It's probably somebody's
I know
name.
that it happened. It was a hairstyle that happened with one of the president's wives back
You
in the
didn't
day.
answer it for real.
We
Wasn't
should do
really-
a whole substitution hair. You know, there is a way that men are getting weaves, don't you?
Yeah, I saw that on
See that?
YouTube. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
that
the
man weave was
bomb.
interesting.
Baby, that's pimping, honey.
Man,
You get
man.
you and your man go to the salon, get the same thing at the same time.
The question is, who's doing it? I know it's a lot of people supposed to be doing it in Atlanta. You know, Mickey the barber's down there, and she's off the
Hey,
chain.
Right.
Bilko doing it.
Is he really?
Bilko making you come out there looking like Harry Belafonte back in the day before he had the big head. I'm telling you,
Come
man.
on. I'm here.
He got you coming out there looking like Terrence
And
Trent
put
Army.
get the man unit. That's what they call it, man unit.
You can even
And
you
I
can
called
even
Taze anymore.
you can even weave underarm hair, chest hair,
Why the hell?
Wait,
Why would somebody want to do that?
pubic
Rewind.
hair. What?
Look at Chris. Chris like, Greg.
Yeah, Chris will cut off in a second. Y'all already know.
I don't think so.
No, I've seen that because Bilko does it. He takes the whole. There's this guy had this George Jefferson going on for real. Had just all
Right.
in here. Bilko. Anybody who knows Bilko, he's from Gary. Okay, he's got his shop in Gary. Got one in Houston, Texas as well. He kind of perfected it too. He got this rug, and he takes the rug and he cuts it perfectly and blends in with
Right.
the hair on the side, and then he glues it down, and then he
Right.
cuts it, and whatever. And I'm like, no,
How much
No.
you charge for that?
I'm a
That's what I want to know. Hey Jeff, you got your hand going exactly where mine is going. How much do he charge? And
But see,
is he taking any appointments?
again, that's called knowing your price point, because that's a lot of money. And you look at guys spend guys make more money than women do, so you can charge that at a premium price that it would be for women for men.
man.
So
I got
you telling me
I got a head full of curly hair? Okay, I'm gonna keep mine.
you said you telling me these chicks in Atlanta spending $3,000 and I'm gonna spend more than that?
But women usually pay more in
You
the
pay more,
salons than
but
men do.
Get ready to
And
snap.
with this service being new and everybody ain't started legging it yet, this service being new for men, they paying a lot of money. Them cats is paying a lot of money to get
Man,
that.
I'm sure they probably are.
I'm
I
gonna
look
call
on,
heard
like I said, I look on YouTube and Mickey the barber's cleaning up. She is cleaning up,
because what
Yeah,
they
I'm
do
done.
is
and she's not just doing men; she doing women too.
Yeah, I'm
the
actually
hair
done.
that
I'm
they
actually
they
done with
put
the
a
wig
special group up
conversation.
here.
Greg said the wig conversation is over.
Late
Okay.
on that one.
Hey,
Next
look, I don't even,
on
hey,
the
look,
agenda.
I don't even know how I got started.
I don't know either, dude.
You know how I got started.
You start talking about those eyelashes. You
I
start
just
talking
hopped
about the
in.
eyelashes.
It was started simply, right?
I
Very
came
simple.
in and I got
Look.
inserted.
Hey, look, not all mine. All mine.
This shave is
Percy
optional.
said that's become yours.
Hey, all y'all got to do is just follow LeBron. Follow LeBron.
LeBron gonna be looking like George Jefferson in a minute.
No,
That boy got enough. He got enough money.
Look like George Jefferson. He just getting what they was just talking about.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he getting a man. I think he getting it stitched in. They moving his hair around his head.
Ooh,
He getting it glued on
LeBron
top.
James got one.
He getting it
Oh, he
glued.
getting it glued on top.
But it's more of a wig than it is anything. So it's like a wig that you like you
It's a new
ladies.
age toupee.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's
Uh,
a good choice of words, Coach.
What did he say?
a
Interesting.
new age toupee.
New age toupee.
That's
And we're
exactly
done.
what.
And we're done with the hair conversation.
Okay, we're going on to the next
Wait,
conversation.
can I go on to the next
No,
topic and
but
ask you a question?
just saying that whole weave stuff is not new. It's been going on for a while.
No, it's been going on.
Yeah.
I knew people in the late 90s. I knew guys in the late 90s, early 2000s that were doing it in here.
Oh,
But
really?
I've always said, Chris, don't come to the table with your hair to your neck one day and down to your ass the next day. It's not real.
Yeah. Man, that's how
This is it.
that's how most of the
Some of
guys
you gotta
that
give
grow
me a
their hair
second
out.
by myself.
Yeah, that's how most of the guys used to grow their hair out. Like the same way women grow their hair out when they usually put in the beginning stages. Now women have hair and still wear weave. In the beginning, they used to use that to grow their hair out. And guys used to do it too when they had braids and all that. They couldn't get it a certain length. It only grew a certain amount. They used to add extensions to it. So,
But I call it the Barbie syndrome. Okay, you press the stomach and you can pull the hair out and it grows. Okay, this and that. But you notice how they walk different when they just fresh out the beauty shop. They walk real different, man. I mean, they like this.
From the band of my brother Greg.
I know what that walk is like, and that's a walk that's like, come
All
on, look this
all
right
of a
here.
sudden, you like this.
It's like, wait a minute, it's like, who's looking? I know y'all looking at me. Y'all looking at me.
Everybody looking. Then the wind,
Exactly.
and all of a sudden the wind blow and
Oh,
everything.
it's over.
Because everything goes slow motion now. The wind blowing is like.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. You absolutely right. But
Oh man,
I'm the first one to say it ain't yours, even though you.
it ain't
yours.
yours.
I gotta put my
It's
person
a horse.
in
It's a horse just
charge.
shivering.
A horse is a horse,
horse
of course,
just
of
said-
course.
I don't care who hair it is. If I buy it, it's mine.
Oh, I wasn't talking about yours. We know you buy yours. I mean,
I got a question. I got a question.
You gonna change the subject? You gonna change the subject?
Wait a minute. Suzette be up at the hair auction, be like 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, 30,
That's
30,
right.
30.
That's right. Because you know what? A portion selling hair for $2,500 a bundle, baby. $2,500. I'm all about that. That's right.
Who $2,500 a bundle?
Yes.
Hey, that's
Portia
cheap.
Williams is selling
That's cheap.
wigs on nakedhair.com for
Man.
$500.
Wait. Watch this camera. Phone drop. Got time for that money? That's a lot of money, man.
They put it on layaway. They putting it on layaway.
Wait. How would you
Yeah.
like? How would you like to be?
I'm gonna do
going-
Chris number. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. Look.
How would you like to be getting married? Then the next night, she take it off and tell you how much it costs.
He already know. If he married you, he know how much the hair costs. It's more than likely he bought it.
No, well, not necessarily.
All right.
Alright. Suzette, what was your next question?
but see,
I have a question for Fred.
Hold on, Suzette. Hold on.
yeah, see, the thing we don't understand is that the prices that we're paying for it is the upsell price. If you found out the wholesale price,
Yep.
Right.
you pay that much.
Exactly. It's always cheaper.
Yes,
It's
right.
always cheap, and the thing about it is, it's like what we do in anything that you do. Like we and I gotta say it, we as Black people, we say it all the time. There is really it. How can I put it? The Philippines, the Asians, and I want to say the Chinese. They are the ones that pretty much have the hair game on lock when it comes to weed.
And the Indians too, right?
Yeah. Well, the Indians do, but they don't have no ownership. Like the Chinese are buyer from the Indians.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they're the ones that control the whole thing. So we were putting together right before the pandemic hit. We were putting together to become the first Black distributor of hair.
Okay.
And then COVID hit, and I haven't revisited it. I started doing the sports stuff, and I ain't even go back to it. But once the sports stuff get going, I'm most definitely going back to it.
There's
Because
a
That's a good idea.
it's too many of us that's not going to own what we like. I love basketball. That's why I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people that love hair. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, between the Asians and the Chinese and Koreans, they're trying to get the Asians out the way. So if you notice, all of the beauty supply stores that's in the U.S., they're trying to
Owned by Asia.
be off. So they're looking for a new distributor. That's what they're looking for. Someone, I ain't gonna say just, yeah, they're looking for new distributors that they can sell to, and they're ready to get them out the way. Where if you cut them off, you cut their stores off, and then you come in and take over all their stores. Now, if you got a black business that own that, I don't chase money, but the money is there. Though. That's all I do.
So the game can be changed.
That is an unbelievable
Start selling hair, Chris. You let me know, because I know I can get a little sister discount. Can a sister get a discount? I'm just saying. I'll pay you.
You'll pay me.
Chris, just throw a whole, grab a whole bunch of hair, just throw it at her, man, please. Just
bundles on bundles on bundles.
Make it rain hair.
Touch the ground. She'd be like,
make it rain hair.
Make it rain hair, dude. That's it. She might even twerk a little something for some hair, man. Ain't no problem.
I mean, like I said,
Wait a minute.
I run across
Wait a minute.
I run across a whole lot of people
Look.
You know,
she got real serious.
That's funny. I run across a whole lot of people that are top tier when it comes to a lot of stuff that we like. And the one question that they always ask me is why don't we put together
a consortium
to build our own instead of buying?
But you know what? It's coming. I believe it's coming because of the way black businesses are now.
It's still a Willie Lynch syndrome. You can have a lot of black businesses, but it's a lot of that still have the Willie Lynch syndrome because we don't own anything. We have to get approval. Like, that's why I love what Tree don't have to. She is not a Willie Lynch syndrome in what she's doing because it's her product. You know
right.
Yeah. She can go out and be like, "Oh, I tasted this. Let me go on and try to remake it." We don't own anything, and once we get that in our head of ownership, everything else is going to change. Until then, we're going to be stuck in this Willie Lynch syndrome position that we're in.
That's true.
Absolutely, dude. Suzette, finally, what was the question you were going to ask?
I was trying to change the subject. Did anybody hear about Steph Curry's parents divorcing after 33 years?
Yes, I called his mother.
Everybody became his mama. Ricky Smiley said, "Oh, I already got this number. I already checked this out." She's pretty.
Yeah,
she is pretty.
She cheated on him.
He been cheating on her for years, she said. That's what the team was.
No. She cheated
all the cheese finna jump out here.
They jumping out on each other. They've been separated for a year, they say. But what do you think about after 33 years?
Have you seen Dale Curry?
Have you seen what?
Have you seen Dale Curry?
Have I seen who?
Yeah, have you seen Dale Curry?
The father?
Yes.
Yes, I saw him.
Yeah, he wasn't cheating.
Well, I did not know that he was a basketball player. They was saying this happened during
I was a man back in the day.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah. But
checkers are cards.
To be honest and to be 100, like things like that, I really don't get into because divorce. No, I'm just saying divorces happen every day.
Yeah, that's true.
And the thing with that situation wasn't for Steph and Steph Curry, and his name being Dale Curry, it wouldn't be at the topic of discussion.
You're right. You're right.
This is true.
They try to find clickbait, and that's
exactly.
Steph Curry's sister is also married to a ball player.
Yeah, as she's married to Doc Rivers' son. Well, let me take that. Let me take that back. Doc Rivers' daughter is married to Seth Curry. The sister is married to a guy named, his last name is Christmas. He plays overseas. He actually plays in a league. He plays for Golden State. I take that back. He plays for Golden State.
No, the question was not about them being divorced, but I'm just saying 33. That was my thing. 33 years.
It happened.
You don't know what's out here now if you've been with somebody 33 years.
Yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, no one's exempt from life.
So did y'all hear about that goofball lieutenant governor in Texas blaming black people for COVID?
I heard about that.
Wow,
People
really?
crazy, man.
Yes.
People crazy.
Hey, he blaming us for not being vaxxed up enough, and we're spreading it.
Well, see, the thing about it, and this is the truth about the vaccination. The truth about the vaccination is, yes, if you get the vaccine, you won't have the symptoms, but you can still carry the COVID.
Right.
Yep.
Spread the COVID to people.
That's it.
So what they're trying to do is to get everyone vaccinated, so you won't get the symptoms of COVID, but you'll still be able to carry COVID. Like if you get the flu shot, you're still able to get the flu because they're injecting some of the flu inside of you.
You shed it off.
System can build up enough cells to battle. So when it comes to it, that's what the U.S. is trying to do.
Oh, okay.
And they're using celebrities to get, quote unquote, I hate to call regular people, but I would say civilians. They use the celebrities to get civilians to take the vaccine. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, you can see that.
Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's all I was trying to ask Greg what he thought about that.
Well, I got her number.
He said, "I got a number."
Bring her on the show.
I'm actually, Chris. I'm trying to get Jazz to come through. I talked to him yesterday.
Hey man, tell him. Hey man, give him my number and tell him to call me, bro.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I want him. I'm actually want to get him to do a solo project, bro. You know, he not touring with Drew Hill no more.
Yeah, no, I know Drew Hill kind of did him dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
That's why I want to do something with him on the solo side.
I'm gonna call him again tomorrow.
Okay.
He got some things he's trying to do, man, and you know, I'll call him tomorrow and I'll give him your number.
Okay.
Do I need to tell him that you want to do something with him?
Nope. Just give him my number.
Okay.
I don't want him to have no expectation.
Right.
I'm gonna see what he's at first.
Okay. Yeah, you've talked to him before. You know, it's hard to get through.
I got to see what his headspace is at before I even bring it up.
Cool. Yeah, that's a different thing. That's one person you probably need to talk to, Jeff.
For real.
Okay.
What'd you say, Chris? For real? Yeah, that dude.
It's that deep. It's that deep.
Yeah,
I mean,
really,
I'll wait till we get offline. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, but you know, everybody go through things, man. But it's how you deal with it, man. And you know, some people can't. Some people don't deal with stuff really good. And, you know, no disrespect to anybody, man. I'm just saying, you know, everybody needs somebody to talk to. You know, somebody to sound off to, and get that brother some maybe he can become part of the family. I'll put it like that. He's a good brother, y'all. Okay. He's a good
cool.
Sorry.
The reason I haven't brought Phil on yet because I don't know when I'm gonna be on. I mean, I can bring him on and just let. No.
I mean, I know Phil as well. I think you probably know him better.
He already said though. He already said yes to come on. He just said let him know when. And my days be like, okay, I can come on at 5, I can come on at 6, or I can't come on at all.
Yeah, no, we'll wait for him till you come on. Like I said, I know him, but I think you know him a little bit better than I do. So yeah, that'll work. Phil got a lot to say.
His new single is hot as ever, though, bro.
It is, but how's he gonna, push it? That's the thing.
And we'll talk about that too.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, man, we about to go anyway. But look, man, I am so happy that somebody stepped up because I wasn't here at the beginning and came on and did. I know any of you guys would have done it. Gina stepped up today. We're gonna do it the next day. Y'all step up. Let's make it happen. All right. But know that we all have had a journey. We've all come to different places. We're not done with our journey. Is still going. We're not done. So, individually and collectively, we're not done. So let's just continue to support one another and lift each other up. Be there, and everybody that's watching, understand that this is a show where we agree to disagree, and we hope that we can motivate and inform and educate as much as possible, and have a little fun while we're doing it. Okay, that's Chris Lane in the middle over there. They go to the life coach, Jeff Relaford. That's Maurice Bishop. There's Suzette, Samantha, Marcella, Uji, and Gina. Amen. Look, this is Dope Living TV Live, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace out.
Who's up next?
Hey, Greg.
Bye.
Have a great evening.
Hey, Greg.
Yes.
Did you say Sam name, bro?
I don't think
He did.
No.
You know, if I didn't say Nyla.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
you
did
missed
say-
Nyla.
To make
He-
sure.
He slid me in at the end. I'm
Okay. I
good.
just want to make
Yes.
Well, I went around like counterclockwise. I went
Got you.
And for the
Family's
people
growing
in
so
here,
big now.
let me pour some core out for the people ain't here.
That's
Let's top on. All right, we out, y'all. Peace. We'll see you tomorrow.